Hi, hello everyone. Hi, welcome to the live. I'm calling you from a parked car here. And I just wanted to make my promise whole by responding to somebody who had asked me a very important question. And this person was saying that I have lost my sister and I am taking care of my two children and her two children, and I am alive for the kids, and I just don't understand how I'm going to continue to live and how to restart my life after such a grave tragedy. And this was a question that they asked me, and I promised them that I'm going to answer. So even though this is a bit strange that, I'm doing it like in the middle of this, I wanted to definitely answer. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sanya Bari. I'm a relationship therapist and coach. I help people who've been hurt in love make love clear and simple and actionable. I bring clarity to love, and I teach people how to love deeply, deeply, without a fear of getting hurt. The answer to this question is that we do not have control over what happens to us. I could be walking down the street and my arm can get cut off. So we don't always have control over what happens to us, but we always, look at this word that I'm using, we always have the capacity, the ability, the bandwidth to be able to choose how we want to feel about what's happening to us. I have a gorgeous story by Dr. Viktor Frankl, and he wrote this in his book, A Man's Search for Meaning. A Man's Search for Meaning, Dr. Viktor Frankl, and he has this scene where he is in the concentration camp in Auschwitz, Germany, and the prisoners had them working in the snow with tattered clothes, tattered shoes, and it was bad enough, but they wanted to make this even worse for them. And so to give them a psychological punishment, they asked these Jewish men who were modest men and who would want this they asked them to take their clothes off and work in the snow, so that it's not only physically uncomfortable, it's demoralizing. And they were working in the snow, and one of the guards noticed a very thin piece of wedding band in Dr. Frankl's hands. And as he asked Dr. Frankl to take this wedding band off, which was his last indication that there was any life before this, he had this epiphany. He had this gift that was given to him in that moment, where he said to himself, "You can take whatever you want away from me, but you can never take away my right in how I choose to feel about what's happening to me." And in that moment of grace, he completely forgives the prisoner. When I was reading this book, I was, I was young, I was immature, I was very upset that he did that. I didn't want the guard to be forgiven. I was like, oh, this is terrible. This is why I don't read books like that. I can't believe he forgave them. And then I realized a little bit later on that this naked prisoner in the middle of Auschwitz, Germany, completely freed himself, whereas we understand the of the guards later on. So what I'm telling you, and him, and then Dr. Edith Egar, who has written The Choice. Dr. Frankl recently passed away, but Dr. Egar is still alive, and she says how we have the capacity, all of us, to make concentration camps for us, and how to release, that there is a choice to release yourself from that concentration camp. So one of the last human freedoms that we have is the right to choose how we want to feel about what's happening to us. We are not stuck. We're not prisoners of our mind, of our thoughts. And this is what I teach at the School for Transformational Healing. This is which is about to start. So if anybody's interested, reach out to me. I have only one spot left, and that's going to go fast. I have a few people interviewing for it. And then this is what we teach at the Wise Loving Tribe membership, where we have live sessions, and when we teach in any of the private coaching or anything else that we do. How do you take what you have been served, the bad hand that you were served? How do you take that hand, and how do you, in your living condition, while you're alive, make this? How do you free yourself from it? How do you restart your life? That is what that I want you to have hope that there's capacity, that people have done it. I have done it. I myself came to a place in my life where my life became something that I no longer wanted to live. And I myself have done this work, and I have the unique honor of watching one soul after another soul, one person after another person, to do this for themselves, to create this for themselves. So I want to give you hope. I want to tell you it's out there. I want to tell you it is mine, yours, everyone's birthright to be able to choose what they want to feel about what's happening to us. We are not prisoners of what happens to us. What happens to us is not a verdict that was given to us. There can be life after that. You could have a grave pain, a pain that wants you to stop your life, and you can come away from it. There are ways to heal all the places that you've held, and as you heal, you start to come to freedom. So this is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. I'm trying this new thing, this one stream. I hope that I wonder if, I couldn't see people's messages, but I'm still learning the system. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for listening, and I will meet you again tomorrow.